Hi there, welcome to your video, Virgos. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and we are going to be getting into your shadow work reading. So I was not going to do shadow work readings, but it just seemed like with everything that was going on and all the stuff that was happening, that it might be wise to take a little time specifically to sit with our shadow and to see if there might be any messages specifically from our shadow about what's going on. I do believe that tarot is always a glimpse into our unconscious, but now we're going to intentionally talk to a specific portion of our unconscious. Okay, oh, your shadow is wanting to talk to and wanting to look at your Empress energy. Do you push your Empress energy into the shadows? Oh, fascinating. We have the Strength card in reverse. We have the Page of Wands, and then we have the World card. Okay. If you're not accessing your Empress energy, Virgo, I would wonder why. And part of that seems to be that you may not be trusting your instincts. You know, perhaps that wild, untethered, maybe a little bit unconventional energy of the Empress may make you a little uncomfortable, may make it something that you're not necessarily wanting to really tap fully into, but it would be very helpful for you to listen to that wisdom that comes from the Empress energy. We have a Nine of Pentacles, and then we have I guess I'll try to stick this up here. We have a Nine of Pentacles, and then we have, there we go. Okay. The Chariot card. So in some way, there's a hesitation going on. There is a feeling like you're not sure about what direction you want to go. You're trying to rest and enjoy kind of the fruits of your labor. You're trying to be very chill. Maybe you're a little too chill. Maybe you're not wanting or ready to move forward, to change things up, to trust that inner knowledge that tells you when it is time for you to go. And you've been practicing a lot of really intense self-care. All of this has kind of pulled you out of this space. It's interesting. It seems like it's kind of pulled you out of this space where you're so connected to that trusting and knowing of like your instinctual nature. That perhaps it's time for you to go through a little bit of a journey to reconnect to that. A Page of Wands would definitely be putting you more in touch with that fire energy. Oh, yeah. Okay. We have a Page of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. And then we have a Knight of Swords. This energy over here is amazing energy. That's why it's so fascinating that when it's acting in this way, it's actually kind of holding you back in a sense, because we have this Nine of Pentacles, which is very resting, very calm energy, very appreciative energy. It's very much so, I worked really hard and I should spend some time enjoying this. Yes, you totally should. But if there is a call, if there is a desire, if there is an inner like pull to move, to change where you are physically, to change your circumstances, buy a new car, buy or invest in something that will help you to be able to be more active and to be more out in the world, be more present in the physical. And it's kind of like you're leaning into, well, I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of myself. What does my heart say? What does my heart say? But yes, what does your heart say? But what are your instincts saying? Like when you get that hit to go, when you get that hint to drive, when you get that hint to go and apply for this or go visit this place, do you listen to that? Or do you sit down and say like, well, let me wait it out? And then like, okay, I get the little ping, but then it's like, all right, well, what does my heart say? Like you go through all of these kind of circumstances that overwrite this initial just like push to kind of go and get into this, right? And then we have this Page of Wands, which is kind of trying to reconnect you to this fiery energy, this energy of what would be the Strength card, right side up, showing up and saying that like there is this fire, there is this wild nature within you that is connected to a more primal energy that just knows when to do something, knows what is the right choice, knows what is the right path, and is very confident, very self-assured. A Strength card in reverse is not necessarily feeling very confident. They're not trusting that they are going to be able to safely put their hands in the mouth of a lion and know that they will be okay. You know, like understanding how protected and assured in their success that they will be. That is the Strength card. But the Queen of Wands does. The Queen of Wands knows this. The Ace of Wands, and then a Page of Wands. There's a passion project or something that is very arousing for you. It feels like that excitement that you get when you first start something that you really, really like, the little bit of fear that's there because you don't know what it's going to be like, but it's not a bad fear. It's not a scary fear. It's not a, oh, I don't think I'll survive this. It is a, okay, this is a challenge. And it's a challenge to my ability to test who I am and to know that I will be successful, but I am excited. I'm going to go after it. I believe in myself. A Knight of Swords. Now, these may be people, you may have like a young individual who is a very fiery person, maybe a fire sign or something of that nature, who's going to pop in and, give you some direction and things like that. You may have a Queen of Wands who's also showing up. So you may have a lot of people who are pushing you into this fiery energy, along with someone who wants to come in and have some really intense and quick talks about things. Either way, tapping into this Empress energy, going through this path is the path to the world for you. It's been something that you've been kind of closed off from, and something that you may even be fighting against, which is Wands energy. It's like perhaps you've been avoiding the creative competition that comes with, oh my goodness, that's a lot going on here. We'll do these four. That you may have even been fighting against, taking this leap of faith, listening to this instincts that's been popping up for you. Oh my goodness, so many fives, so much fiery energy, because there's a trust issue. Perhaps you don't trust yourself, or perhaps you've tried this before and it didn't work out quite the way that you wanted it to. So you have a trust issue going on with this circumstance, or maybe somebody told you that they would be able to stand with you or they'd be able to support you. We do have the Pope here, the Hierophant, which is like teaching. It is a teacher, it's a mediator, it's a spiritual advisor, it's tradition, it's hierarchical tradition, especially when it comes to spirituality. Maybe there is something that you have experienced some form of a break in your trust from a spiritual practice or a religion, or someone who was in that, who was supposed to be your guide and your teacher, and you may be feeling a call to go into that direction and you don't trust it because you don't trust the circumstances that have happened prior in that space. That's going to be a specific group of people who are going to have that circumstance. But overall, this fire, this push, this passionate activity that is calling you forth and is pulling you out of your comfort zone, but your instincts, that part of you that needs to be fed, that Empress energy within you, is really wanting you to be able to pull that out of the shadow and embrace that. And if you've been leaning really far into very practical, very logical, very emotion based, and that you have to like feel everything out instead of being able to take that hit of your instincts, hit of your just like splenic authority is a good way to think of it in like human design terms, and just say like, no, this is the right thing. I know this. You don't trust yourself. So you're not able to say when you know that it's the right thing to do. It's this journey to kind of pull you back into that, because there's opportunities that are coming to you that are really the things that you want, and the ability to be able to like have the world at your feet. That if you can get to that space where you trust yourself enough, where you trust the process enough, that you're able to just take these leaps of faith. You're just able to walk fully on faith. We get the Knight of Wands in reverse. We get the, I'm going to push this up just a little bit. Okay. We get Knight of Wands in reverse. We get the Emperor. I knew the Emperor was somewhere in there. We get the Eight of Wands. So many wands, so many wands. It's a hesitancy. There's a hesitancy to fully just like go into this. There's a hesitancy to lean into this. And I don't know if it's because maybe you are being the Emperor and you're being very practical. You're saying that, no, my life has to operate in this way in order for me to be successful. But there's manifestations in Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands are quick manifestations, quick messages. Knight of Swords is a really good companion for that are saying the opportunities are here, the cups are here. And here's the thing, I think that you've been holding your own cup for so long as the Queen of Cups that it is difficult for you to fathom and to really like trust that another cup will come in that you don't have to hold, that someone will hand to you, that someone will hold for you, that someone will support you and not turn on you or betray you in the way that you may have experienced before, particularly about something that you're super passionate about, that you wanted to take a risk on. But then when you tried or you made a move towards it, there was something that went really awry, something that did not work out the way that it should have. And now you're very cautious about how you approach this. The Empress is saying, lean into my energy, lean into my understanding that like you are going to be protected, that you are going to be safe, that your instincts will not lead you astray. If you have experienced religious or social or trauma from the patriarchy, because that's what the Hierophant and the Emperor are both kind of conveying in this moment, I would definitely say that you kind of have to relearn what your instincts are, because they have been impacted by the trauma that you have experienced. And you're going to have to rewire and relearn to trust your knowing, and especially if you've been gaslighted or anything like that, where someone has manipulated you in a way so that you didn't trust your instincts when they were telling you this was an unsafe situation, or that this was not what should be happening, or that you needed to change things up. You have to relearn that. And your shadow is trying to pull you into embracing the energy of the Empress in order to do so. So that's your reading, Virgos. I think it'll be a good journey for you, and I think it'll help you to get some of this fire back into your life that you can access and get to these passions that you really care about, okay? So if you would like a personal reading from me, you can book some time with me in the description below. If you'd like to work with me on some coaching and some shadow work to learn more about what's going on in those unconscious drives, those ways in order to be able to rebuild trust within yourself, that's book some time with me. It's in the description as well. I love you. Take care of yourself, Virgos. I'll see y'all later. Bye.